调性要强烈，即所送苦，Чистит утёплых штор, только идиотия.
Kids, I don't speak Yautja, the language of the predators, but I'm pretty sure he said something about the Epstein files. Hey kids, welcome to Hallway. It's me, Kevin Smith, man. And oh my lord, I'm pleased and proud to be here today on behalf of Predator Badlands. We're gonna have a hell of a panel. We have some amazing stuff to show you. Some great people to introduce you to. But first, before we do anything else, how's everyone's Comic-Con so far? Isn't it magical? I want to just share a quick text that this just literally happened before I came up here. When I was backstage, I got a text from my daughter Harley. She wrote, "Can I borrow your car?" She's in Los Angeles. I said, "Yes, pick it up at the Predator panel because I'm at Comic-Con, bro." And she said, "That's this weekend?" I said, "What does it mean when a kid named Harley Quinn doesn't know when Comic-Con is?" And she says, "It means you failed as a parent, Kevin James." I said, "You know, the first time I came to Comic-Con was with Mallrats in 1995. Which means this year is my 30th anniversary. It is. So Harley said, "You've been going to Comic-Con longer than I've been alive." And I said, "That's because Comic-Con is where you get to be a fan without having to justify it in a comments section. In real life, it's harder for someone to give you shit for cosplaying Batman when they're carrying a couple of boo-boos." Harley said, "Please tell me that's how you're going to open the panel." I said, "No, I'm going to remind the audience full of fans that everyone they see on stage at Comic-Con this weekend also started as a fan. And they started their journey just like you as a fan, no different than all of them. So I'm going to tell the audience to be an unabashed fan of whatever media moves them, but always remember, dreaming up stories, creating comics, making movies, they can do this too. And it all starts with being a fan, because it's possible to love something so much, you can go from sitting in the audience as an admirer to sitting on stage as a creator." And the kid wrote, "How high are you right now?" Well, kids, I'm high as hell because we're about to do Predator Badlands, man. Please welcome to the stage our panelist, director Dan Trachtenberg. All right, everybody's seen the trailer, I trust, so far, plus the reel that they just put up in the beginning. How awesome does the movie look? I'm here to tell you with the utmost of surety, Dan was very kind to show me the movie. It's fucking awesome. I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite Predator movie I've ever seen, and I've seen them all. But how I got up here, ladies and gentlemen, is I met Dan back in 2006. I think it was. 2006, I was a filmmaker making films, and Dan was a podcaster. And Dan's was the first podcast that I was ever on. So Dan and his buddy was Geek Zone?
Geek Drone.
Geek Drone, that's it. came to the office and interviewed me, and like, we were sitting there talking for like 2 hours, and I remember being like, we don't have to stop? Like, what is this? Like, it's a podcast, we can talk about whatever we want. And in that moment, I fell in love with podcasting, and in 2007, I started podcasting. So I've been podcasting since 2007. I stopped making good movies and started making podcasts. Dan, on the other hand, stopped making podcasts and started making excellent movies, man. When I saw him the next time, you had done
Cloverfield Lane, yeah.
First time you ran into him. And then the next time I saw you, you had directed the pilot for The Boy.
That's right, yeah.
So now Dan has become the undisputed Predator guru at this point. Between Prey and Killer of Killers, you have become the Predator guy, man. How does that happen? How did you gravitate toward it?
You know, I probably like a lot of you, or maybe not. I grew up loving the idea of seeing an R-rated movie for the first time. Predator was on that list, and I vividly remember being in the back of a carpool on the way to a karate tournament, and all the older kids described literally every scene of Predator to me. And it was then that I started dreaming. And there was a GamePro magazine that doesn't exist anymore. They had a contest to like design a level in a video game, and I designed a Predator level. And I didn't win the contest, but here I am. So yeah, I mean, just to say too, like I started out doing podcasts and was a fan of movies and comics and video games, and I came to Hall H literally every year for a stretch of 8 years, and I would wait in line starting at 2 a.m. Trading. Like a lot of you. I sat diagonally over there 8 years in a row. I was here for the infamous pencil stabbing incident.
You were here when somebody got stabbed with a compass. You were there?
Yes, I was a material witness.
Wasn't it during the Avengers panel or something? The Avengers didn't do shit.
I think it was before. But I was here for the first time they showed the Iron Man footage, all the way to when the Avengers assembled. And you can imagine the idea of bringing a movie to Comic-Con would be a big deal to me, and it sort of factored in whenever I would think about making a movie. I would think like, oh, this might play at Comic-Con. Maybe I should do this, but always feeling like if I go, it's got to be for something that really matters. And let me tell you, what we have to show you guys today and what this movie is truly awesome and something I'm really proud of. And I'm so glad that I get to be here with this movie with you guys. So, and with Kevin, who I was all day in Hall H to stick around for your evening with Kevin panel. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. But look, we're here to talk about the love for you. And the love for you in this room is palpable, it's real. People saw Prey and really responded to it. You found a way to take something very familiar and make it completely new and fresh. And so at that point, was that, after the success of that, did they start going like, what about Killer of Killers? What about doing more?
Yeah.
Trying to keep you in Predator world?
Yeah, it was when Prey came out and people dug it, started to realize, oh no, I've got to like figure out if I'm going to make more of these. And I think sometimes when you make a sequel, sometimes the sequel is just the part 2 of the cool thing, not a cool thing in and of itself. So it really was hard of myself trying to figure out like what would be another essential movie. What's something that hasn't been done in the Predator franchise? And one of those ideas was Killer of Killers that came out earlier this year. The other thing was Badlands. Yeah.
So Killer of Killers, man, we got a little clip to show some people some stuff right now, don't we?
Yeah. So we were working on both movies at the same time, and there were unfortunately some bits of Killer of Killers that were left on the cutting room floor, but recently we were able to sneak it back in. So we wanted to show you guys first what that is.